Throughout my time in Congress and as chairman of the United States Senate Foreign Relations Committee, some of my proudest moments have been fighting and winning battles on behalf of the Cypriot people and the broader Hellenic community, both at home and abroad. Back in the 1990s, when I was a member of the House of Representatives, I met a New Jersey constituent who would end up having an enormous impact on my understanding of this region, Tasos Zambas, who is here with us today. Like perhaps some of you here, Tasos' home in Cyprus has been in territory long occupied by Turks. He had immigrated to the United States after the Turkish invasion when he was only 15 years old. But he wanted to go back, Your Eminence, and visit his home, his ancestral home in Morphou. And he wanted my help. And that's what I did. We traveled there. We crossed the green line that divides free and occupied Cyprus together at a time that there were no crossings. We not only went to his home in Morphou, which he had dreamed of doing for so many years, he got to go to his old church. We were surrounded by Turkish security, and we were supposed to be able to be there alone. And I entertained them and asked them to have some coffee with me. Tasos walked away with a bag that he had, and he got into his old church. He was boarded up. The icons on the walls, which had been made with so much care, had been defaced. But Tasos took out the candles he had brought with him, and he lit them up. And that holy place came to life again. Going with Tasos back to his land, going with him back to his home, it was and remains today one of the most poignant moments in my career. That trip to Cyprus and the many that I have made over the course of 3 decades inspire me to keep fighting on behalf of the Cypriot and Hellenic community. As some of you may know, I am the child of Cuban refugees whose family fled the violence of a Cuban dictatorship for a better life in the United States. I understand what it means to long for freedom for the country your family once called home. And so over the years, I have not only been a leading voice pushing back against Turkish aggression, I have been a strong advocate for a close U.S.-Cyprus partnership. I have overseen the foundation of a partnership between the National Guard of my home state of New Jersey and the Republic of Cyprus, and I am fully committed to the Republic of Cyprus's sovereignty.